Hello, hi guys, it's Gafur here with the Samsung Galaxy S5. I get a lot of questions about how this device differs to its predecessor, the Galaxy S4, and whether or not it's a worthwhile upgrade. So hopefully we're going to try and answer those questions in this video. Both devices are running Android KitKat version 4.4.2 with TouchWiz, which has had a lick of paint and some fresh new icons, but it's debatable whether or not this is an improvement, as all the icons just seem to be thrown onto the menus here. Both units have a quad-core processor. The S5 has a Snapdragon 801 clocked at 2.5 GHz, whereas the S4 has a Snapdragon 600 clocked in at 1.9 GHz. Both units also have 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage, but higher capacities are also available. With the newer GPU and the higher clocked quad-core powerhouse in the S5, is the performance increase noticeable over the S4? And the honest answer to that is, on a day-to-day basis, no it isn't. So if you use your device for phone calls, text messages, web browsing, social media, as well as casual gaming with the likes of Candy Crush, Cut the Rope or Fruit Ninja, chances are you may not even notice a difference. But with that being said, the S5's operating system does run slightly smoother, and some high-end image-intensive games like Grand Theft Auto, Asphalt or Need for Speed do run slightly smoother, but that performance jump is not as great as what you would expect it to be from the S4. Both devices have a full HD Super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen, so that's a resolution of 1920 by 1080 and covered with Corning's Gorilla Glass 3. The S4 had a 5-inch screen with a density of 441 pixels per inch, whereas the S5 has a 5.1-inch screen and that density has been reduced to 432 pixels per inch, but it's not noticeable at all. So whether you're watching films or playing games, the screens look absolutely awesome with very deep blacks and very vibrant colors. I did prefer the bezels on the S4 because they were very slim comparing to the S5 where they seem to have gained a little bit of weight. Under the rear covers here, you can see the S5's speaker is smaller than its predecessors, which may be due to the water resistant technologies being used within this handset. Both devices have an NFC enabled battery, although the S5's is slimmer and taller and rated at 2800 mAh comparing to the 2600 of the S4. Not just content with increasing the battery capacity, Samsung has introduced an ultra power saving mode, which essentially turns off features and services, leaving you with the bare bones to accept phone calls and text messages, as well as adding on certain applications. The screen is also set to black and white, taking full advantage of the Super AMOLED technology and maximizing battery performance, and they say with 10% battery life the phone will last an additional 24 hours, and hopefully with the software update this could arrive on the S4 as well. Both devices benefit from expandable storage in the form of a micro SD card slot. Its locations moved to now being stacked on top of the SIM card slot on the S5, and the media seems to be making a big deal out of the S5 being able to accept higher capacity cards up to 128 GB, but the S4 can also accept these same higher capacity cards. The 13 megapixel rear facing camera of the S4 has been upgraded to a 16 megapixel shooter capable of recording ultra high definition video at 4K for a maximum of 5 minutes at a time. Well, if you're happy with the full HD images and video from your S4 and you're an occasional camera user that uploads to social media or only views the images that you take on the handset itself, I'd say there's no benefits that you're going to see in upgrading. I'd say the sensor on the S5 is geared more towards people that do editing, cropping, zooming all the way into their images, benefiting from that increased pixel count. But just quickly coming back to that 4K video feature, the S5 has a full HD screen, not a 4K display, so you cannot see the benefits of recording in ultra high definition video on the same handset that you record them on. So you'd have to stream to another device that's capable of displaying 4K resolution, or you could move the files from this handset elsewhere by using the micro USB 3.0 connector, which is backwards compatible, so you can still use your older leads. However, to take full advantage of the increased data speeds that come with the USB 3.0, you would need to have a USB 3.0 port on your laptop, PC or other device, as well as using USB 3.0 cables. And not to forget the front-facing cameras. Both devices incorporate a 2 megapixel sensor capable of recording full HD at 30 frames per second. Physical button locations on both devices are in exactly the same position. However, towards the top of the unit you'll notice the 3.5mm audio jack and the IR blaster have swapped sides. Under the camera there's a new sensor next to the LED flash, and Samsung seems to be making a lot of noise about this heart rate sensor and how it can be used with S Health to monitor your heart rate. However, there are already third-party applications out there that provide heart rate readings without a dedicated sensor, where you simply place your finger over the camera and it uses the LED flash to provide the reading. So is this another gimmick from Samsung? And certainly not a reason to upgrade alone. Another feature Samsung is boasting about is the fingerprint scanner, which is integrated into the home button, so you can now use your fingerprints to unlock the device as well as paying for PayPal transactions. But as we've seen with similar technologies with the iPhone, this can be bypassed, so is it any useful to be integrated in the device in the first place is the question. The party trick for the S5 is that it's water and dust resistant with an ingress protection rating of 67, which means it can withstand dust and water for up to a depth of 1 meter for 30 minutes at a time. Getting to the big question, is it worth an upgrade from the S4? And the answer to that is, it depends on what you use your handset for. If you're an average user that uses it for a little bit of everything, then it's not worth the upgrade and you should stick to your S4. With that being said, the S5 is not a bad device, it's a good device, but I don't think it's worth spending the extra cash if you already have an S4. And with that being said, now's a great time to buy S4s as the prices have come down. But let's face it, if you're one of those people that likes to have the latest and greatest, then you're going to get one of these no matter what I say. So you'll be able to benefit from ultra fast data transfer speeds, incredible AMOLED display with even more screen real estate, and showing incredible amounts of detail from its camera, especially if you're going to be shooting in 4K, and even better if you can put it on a 4K TV. As well as benefiting from, as I say, the extended battery, the power saving modes, and that look and feel definitely feels better than the previous hyper glazed finish that we're used to. There we have it guys, that's my take on if it's worth an upgrade from the S4. Do let me know in the comment section down below what you think, or if you've had an S5 and whether or not it's met your expectations coming from an S4. I really would be interested to see what your opinions are. As ever, any comments or questions you guys have got, hit them up in the comment section down below there. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video and a like what you saw, and if you find it informative then please do give us a like, and if you haven't yet done so, hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you a single penny, and you can also check out some of our forthcoming videos. Thanks for watching, have a wicked day, and we'll see you next time.